Sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Frames are good. Everything sound check. Good. 1, 2, 3. Now we're looking into the stream. Alright.
Yeah, just a little quiet, that's all.
I'll be moving the mic closer when we get started. Let's see. Oh hey, we might as well go ahead and get started then, huh? Let me
Where the
switch
fuck
this
is
up.
Razor real quick?
He's
Good luck, everyone.
yeah, he's going to pharmacy. Said he'd be here shortly.
I didn't know if there was another update. I just had
Oh, I'm gonna be pissed if that... Were you hearing stuff before?
Yes for a second, but then I noticed just now that I couldn't hear anything.
Okay, for some reason my things muted themselves and I don't remember doing that. Hopefully that didn't affect too much of the stream. But yeah, Borden's gonna be at a point of exhaustion for having a restless sleep. Azalea's still stomping around. She's probably in the same boat because she hasn't been able to get any sleep. Eventually morning comes, but she's like retiring to her room because she's just tuckered out. Like basically, you probably could do the same thing, Morden. Otherwise, you just kind of progress this day with exhaustion. However, as morning crests, you all see a familiar, well, not familiar sight, but definitely a sight you've been looking forward to, and that is land. And the cresting of Freedom Bay starts to appear in the horizon as the ship starts to make its way towards the harbor. You see this large port, but this very small village-like area. There's only like 4 or 5 buildings in this vicinity. And you see Barlow have his men just constantly getting the rope ready, get everybody out there, drop the anchor, drop the sails, everything getting perfect to where he can line up and get in there. The ship comes to a halt. It's about 9 a.m. now, as everything kind of files out and finishes. And you guys finally get to Freedom Bay in Tainak Kingdom. The rafts, or not raft, the ramps that they have on the side kind of drops down to where you can, walk down into the port, and then you can start walking towards this little village as the kids that did manage to make it, Asalia, Red, Christian, they all start to walk down this path, and she turns to Barlow once more. Sorry. No, it's not all your fault. However, there was more you could have done. Barlow just looks at her and says, I cannot go against the conviction of my goddess. She just kind of and walks off after that. But you guys are pretty much following right behind him. As Azalea makes it towards this town, a couple of figures appear. One is this old, crazy-looking guy who's kind of hunched over, and he's got this cane. He's got a silver or a gray robe with silver cord wrapped around his waist. And then another character who is Brett. Would you like to introduce your character and tell him what you look like?
Okay. So I'm Syndria Firebound. I am 5'9". I'm 25. I have red eyes, and I have slightly golden-like skin, blonde hair.
Single
and wearing heavy armor.
So yeah, this heavily armored woman is following right behind. Woman, right? Yeah.
Yeah, woman.
And this old coot that's just kind of walking up. Azalea! You made it! How many have you got for us this time? And Azalea's got this defeated look on her face. It's like, I had 3. One of them was abducted, or taken, or killed, or worse. I can't do this anymore. This will probably be the last time I can help. And he kind of pats her on the shoulder. It's more than us to even ask. You know that, Azalea. You saved many lives. Don't feel like you need to punish yourself for this. And Azalea just kind of nods, and she looks over to Insidar and is like, hey, how's your training going? Is everything going right? Did the rest
Everything's going fine.
And the rest of those...
Madam Azalea?
Very good, very good. I think I'm done with this for a while. So, as far as the trade goes to get these kids out, we're probably going to take a hiatus for a while. I think it's time for you to think about expanding your horizons beyond just what we do here. So, if you feel the need to go out, explore, get some training in, Once you kind of feel more confident with the world, because I know I haven't given you a chance to do more. You can do that, and then hopefully I'll be in the right mind to save these children once more, and then I'll call for you. But for now,
Okay, madam.
I just can't bear this anymore. And the rest of you are following in behind, and this old coot's kind of looking you guys over, along with the two children, Alexander and Tiffany, who are just kind of standing there, gazed over, and it's like, ah, so this is Freedom Bay. Not much to do here, though. Just a bit of an outpost of sorts. Just kind of hunches over. So, who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
I am Leo.
My, you're a big guy, aren't you? Look at you. And you, kind of turning to Borden.
I'm Borden.
Follower of Kazia? I recognize that buckler. That's an... I would take. I'm not assuming wrong, am I?
You would be correct.
Warm winds. Warm winds. He's just kind of giving you like a holy greeting that he's been taught from the Kazia cult. Or culture. He turns over to Sarah. Ah, and who are you, young lad?
I'm Zareth.
Sarah. Very straightforward name. And then he kind of turns to Oscar and Borden, getting their names as well. And at this point, Apollo, not Borden, Apollo. My apologies, Borden. Apollo kind of turns to the group, says, look, I feel like I need time. I'm probably going to explore Tynek for a while, just kind of do it on my own. Play a few gigs, try to get the groove back or something. Just right now I feel off, and I feel like I need to explore this a bit. And the old guy's like, oh, well, you might want to hold up a bit there, son. How about I take you to the Arcana, and then you can go from there. Maybe we could find you somewhere you need to be. By the way, I'm going to teleport us all to the Arcana, so why don't you all kind of gather up? If there's anything you need off the boat, or anything that you left behind, you might want to grab your things. That's your cues, or anything you guys want to do with the boat here, with Smiley and Barlow, anything with that you need to take care of before we leave them.
Leo would have grabbed all his things as we left the boat. Perhaps I would have asked Barlow if he's headed to Timor.
He informs you, no, I gotta head back towards that crazy Citadel Kingdom to finish off a trade route. And you see his crew, like, unloading stuff, and then there's other stuff that's being loaded up on the other side. But,
May your return trip be much less exciting.
yeah, I'm hoping the same. Hopefully, hey, look, if I see or hear anything, I'll try to send word somehow. At least through Azalea or something. I don't know. But best of luck to you and yours. Hope you get home safely.
Same to you. Praise the sun.
And same to you.
Yes, a lot of good luck to you, son. He looks at Sarah with dead eyes, like, oh, you're in shit. Got that shit-eating grin, like, oh, you're a dead man from what I'm hearing. But he doesn't say that out loud. Just gives you that look, and then walks away. With that,
I give him the same look back.
oh, he already knows he's a dead man. He's just waiting for when and where. And yeah, they proceed doing their thing with the ship. And the old coot kind of turns towards everybody present. It's like, well, very well. Have any of you been to the Vale of Valor?
First time in the country.
Oh, first time visitors.
Same here.
You'll find the mages of the Arcana very welcoming towards all newcomers, and you, lad and gal, and he kind of turns to the kids, who will find you proper homes so that you can get settled in. But first, let's go ahead and demonstrate the power of the Arcana, shall I? And this old coot just kind of laughs a bit, and then he thumps his staff down on the ground, starts drawing this teleportation circle. And he spends about a minute getting all the runes set up and everything. Just a minute, almost done. Oh, God, it's been a while. Oh, just settle down, everybody. I'm almost... There we go. Thuds the staff once more, and this. He says, oh, by the way, as soon as this thing pops up, everybody run through. It's only open for 6 seconds. And boom, this light energy pops up in the air, and then everybody starts walking through. You find yourself in a room now where a similar circle is etched into the ground more permanently. And he kind of wipes the sweat off his brow. He's like, well, time for me to go take a nap. I'll leave you in the charge of Spencer since he wants to greet the children. He kind of walks towards the door. And yeah, this is just a basic dark room that you guys are kind of in. It's just lightly lit up with runes kind of lighting it up just barely. And then as he opens this door, the main area that you kind of flood into is kind of like a cafeteria feel to it. You see tables just up and down, ready to host as many people as it needs to have these meals. You can see a kitchen area way off to the side. You can see a stairways off to the right as soon as you walk out with a counter that's just sitting there with somebody just kind of manning over something reading a book. You see several different looking mage characters dressed in the similar robes, gray robes, silver cord, and they're all just kind of chilling out, having supper or breakfast in this case. And you see this one gentleman kind of greet you guys as the old coot comes out. Ah, you did it, Basco. Yes, I got him here, same as always. Here you go, Spencer. Oh, by the way, this is Spencer Senior. He'll be taking over from here. He is the headmaster. Please be sure to follow him. Yeah, I need to get something to eat and get some... and he just kind of wanders off. Welcome. So I take it you're all from the expedition. Azalea, warm winds. And she just kind of waves. Something happened? She kind of breathes heavily and she just like, we lost one Spencer.
I'm sorry to hear that, Madam Azalea.
Yes. Which is why I'm thinking I'm going to be quitting for a while. I'm going to head back to Shadora. So, you know, take care of these children. And like I said to you in Sindar, go ahead and take your own path. In Sindar, or whatever. Sorry. Go ahead and take your own
I should have got rid of Dar.
In Sindar. Yeah, something like that. But either way, she's like, go ahead and walk your own path for a while. And then we'll see if we're going to resume anytime soon. But I don't see it happening right away. I need to take care of my own. And with that, she'll kind of bow to the rest of the party as she walks into the cafeteria area. And Red's like, shouldn't we just stay the night for now and then we'll deal with where we're going afterwards? And Christian's bouncing around, oh, magic people! This should be fun. Mom, can we stay for a while? What do you think? And she just... yeah, okay, go get a room and we'll stay for tonight. So she'll be there for at least one day. And you see Red walk over to the right where the stairways kind of leads up and he starts to talk to somebody about a room. And anyways, while that's going on, Spencer's like reading the rest of you. And he seems kind of young, but definitely sharp about his wits. And out of this knapsack that he has over his shoulder, this little ferret comes crawling up his arm and it just kind of sits up there on his left shoulder as he looks at you and kind of pets it absent-mindedly. So, you children want to come with me and I'll go ahead and show you your rooms, and the rest of you are welcome to come with to make sure, because, you know, it's always good to have new company here. Yeah, a lot of you are, actually all of you are unfamiliar, so once again you kind of go through the round of exchanging names with them and whatnot. And he'll ask if you have any questions about what we do here, or if there's any concerns, feel free to ask. other than that, he'll just continue to guide you guys through the camp as he prepares rooms for the kids.
I'll ask him about local temples.
Oh, what were you going to say, Leo? I got what he was going to say.
I was going to ask him if we could potentially hire a teleport to Timor, seeing as we just saw a teleport to this place.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, we could probably do that for you, actually. But as far as temples around here, the Kazia Order, which is well recognized in this region, has this lovely temple in Shandor. But that's miles away from here, I'm afraid. But no immediate temples within this vicinity. It's basically like an arcana school of sorts. Where
I figured there would be one in the building. Haha. But
No, I get what you're saying, but he's just kind of saying, like, if you want to visit a temple that is of exstantial nature, something worth visiting that is more memorial towards Kazia, that would be the place to go. Otherwise, there's no immediate temples within this vicinity. And I think the closest one would probably be some random town that hasn't been totally explored yet. But he returns to addressing you about your travel back to Timor, and he's like, yeah, we could probably do that. What part Timor, or
As close to Timor City as possible.
I can do that for you. That I'm right up that alley. I was actually there. How many years was it? Oh, and he realizes Elia's going. He's like, oh, never mind. Oh gosh, I was hoping to catch up with her, but I guess she's busy. Very well. Yeah, I can definitely hook that up for you. If you're in a hurry, I mean, I can do it now. Otherwise, we can, you guys can have some breakfast or whatnot. It's probably going to be late evening by the time you get over there. Or no, probably.
Why do you
around
guys
noon.
want to go to Timor so much?
It's where we're from. We gotta get back home.
Are you adventurers?
Well, you could call us that.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I extend my hand for handshake from everyone.
Leo will awkwardly take it with his offhand, his non-dominant hand, so it's very, very awkward. That's strange greeting.
Well, I can tell you're also a follower of Illumina. I can feel its presence.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise? Question mark?
Oh, name's Insindria.
What's your deal, Insindria? Tell us your backstory. Tell us everything.
I will incite you to any malicious means.
Hey, you don't sense any maliciousness from him. He seems sincere.
I just want to try to help people. Had some bad run-ins in the Citadel, and now I'm helping out people here, trying to bring people together. Though Azalea wants me to get to know myself and go into different fields now. And it looks like being an adventurer would be nice, if possible.
Well, we just lost one, so there's an opening. I'd have to talk with the rest of the party in private, see what they will think, but maybe you could come with us.
They all go into session and
That'd be
they're
splendid.
like, nah, we're fine. That would be heartbreaking. Alright, no. Anyway.
Out of character, that'd be funny, but
Yeah, I would. But that's why I was like playing it off like that. But you know me, I'm not all the way serious on that. So, continuing, let's see here. Yeah, Spencer kind of let you guys go ahead and do what you're doing as he kind of turns his attention to something else. He's pretty much just telling like servants or other members of the Arcana to like go ahead and introduce these kids in and get them their room, get them their clothing, and then we'll meet up with them later. All right? I'll have them come up to my office. Okay? And they're pretty much ushering the kids off. So, I mean, I know none of you have any real ties with the kids, but if there's anything you want to say to them before they leave, you're more than welcome to do so right now. Didn't think so.
Leo will just wave at them.
No way back. And you guys take care. Alexander tries to act all tough. You know, just take care, everybody, and walks off and follows the servants that are leading them off. Gee, Oscar, where are you, sir? This is like your field here. Would we like Leo to go ahead and wander off and do what we said earlier?
Yeah, I was just gonna see if there's anything to do in the city.
Yeah.
Any like apothecaries or blacksmiths or like a circus or something.
Definitely none of that nonsense. But there is like an arcanium, similar to some of the shops you've visited before. But these seem more developed, more intriguing, because this is a place where mages, wizards, warlocks, sorcerers, all kinds of arcane users come to share their knowledge with one another.
Yeah, I suppose we'll set up with Spencer. In a couple hours, we'll get a teleport to Timor. Is that
Right.
okay with the rest of y'all?
Well, by all means, I would like for you all to feel welcome here. So why don't you go ahead and have a little time around town? As he kind of points you outside this cafeteria area, he points to the circular building that's like more forward in the city. He says, "My office is up there, so if you want to come visit me then, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Just let me know when you're
Spencer,
all
is
ready."
it possible that we can have a little conversation in a while between the two of us?
Who are you wanting to talk to?
Spencer, the headmaster.
Okay, so so you kind of pull him off to the side to ask him about that. It's like, well, what's on your mind?
Well, I was wondering if I could buy a couple of books. I get it about magic. I would like to know the relation between what you guys do, like Arcana.
Oh, you're basically
Magic.
like a
Just
beginner's
the
book to Arcana, maybe? Look, if you want, you could check out our stores. We have all kinds of books and scrolls. I mean, if you want to try your hand at it, it's one thing, but if you're trying to ascertain what Arcana actually is, I mean, it just kind of varies from person to person. But I'm sure you can find some book materials in one of our shops. There's a library, actually, in this town. Or town.
Okay, thanks. Then I'll snoop around in the library for a bit.
Alright. Yeah, he'll point it out to you. Like, there's another building that's behind the circular one that is squared off, and it's definitely... Or actually, the building where he is at the top. Pardon me, I am correcting my information because I forgot, it's been a while, but there's like a library in the base of this place where he said his office is. And he says there's bookshelves going up the stairs that lead up to his... What's up?
You're glitching out. Can you
Alright.
repeat yourself?
Let me jump back in real quick. Good old Discord. Let me get on Discord. Be right back. Hello? Better?
Hello. No, I
Hello.
think it was just for me, but
Oscar, you here now?
Yeah.
You missed a lot.
Okay.
But you might be at the spot where you want to be. So Oscar, you rejoined or you're now here with the party. You're in the Arcana. Spencer just talked to everybody, and he's like explaining this giant library that's underneath his office. That you know, you go up the stairs, you'll get to his office. Otherwise, the bottom part of this whole area is the library. And there's a secretary there that you can talk to find stuff if you need to. Anybody else want to talk to Spencer before he wanders off to do whatever?
Wait, nothing too particular right now.
Alright, so for the purpose here, Leo, you want to wander off, right?
Yeah, I want to go see what the city's got.
Alright, so are you leaving your friends behind just so you can do what you were talking about, or
Yeah,
What's
I'll
the-
just go
yeah,
explore.
what's the conversation like to get away from everybody?
I'd like to see what's in the city. I'll meet up with you guys later, alright?
Okay, sure. Catch you later.
Be careful.
Of course.
Alright. So you wander off, you manage to find the shop that we talked about, and you're able to procure the items that you were wishing to obtain. Did you want to roll that persuasion to see if it was going to be 1 or 2k left? -3.
-1,
Alright.
so 16.
So with that, you're able to get 2k of your gold that we were talking about. So they kind of went lenient on you. What's the rest of the party doing while he's off exploring?
I'm going to the library.
Alright, so anybody going with anybody, or are we just kind of chilling out in this cafeteria? What's the ordeal with everybody else? Alright, so you're gonna go with Zareth. Gordon, where are you headed? And in Sidaria?
I would mind following following him since I know the town.
Oh, okay.
Try to help him get around, if possible.
Leo or Zareth?
Leo.
Alright, so in Sidaria is just there with you, helping you get to the shops that you need to get to. Borden, are you going with Zareth to the library, or did you have anything particular you wanted to do?
I mean, the big temple is
Long way
it's
from
a decent distance away.
Yeah, I mean, you're around a bunch of mages. If it was something you really wanted to go to, I'm sure you can persuade somebody to teleport you to Shandora. But other than that, you're all trying to go home from here. But yeah,
I mean, the temple was more of a means to an end, quiet,
yeah.
holy place, as it were.
You've been led to understand, though, that you could probably return to your hometown within the hour, so you figure it might be just as good to go home where it's more familiar, perhaps? I mean, it's up to you, whatever you wish to think on that.
When I go to the temple, then I'll sit, the cafeteria, waiting for everyone to come back from their individual escapade.
Alright, so Zareth, you have Oscar, and I guess he's the only one. He's like coming with you, and you walk into this circular building, and first you're greeted with this old lady, just kind of got her glasses and spectacles, and she's reading a book, and she watches you come in. She kind of stops reading, looks up at you, expecting you to say something.
What time is it? It's morning or afternoon now?
You guys are at about 9:30 to 10, somewhere in that vicinity.
Morning.
Yes?
I am looking for some books on the aspectation of Arcana and Nature Magic. Do you have any of those?
She'll point to a bookcase in the middle of the floor. You're looking for general studies. You might be able to find some material on the base floor over there. It's gonna be mundane with the nature stuff. We don't get many druids.
So any idea where I can find them, or do I just have to get lucky?
You're looking for druids. It's gonna be something you're gonna have to look for. I don't know where they live, do you?
No.
If you want to know about nature, you need to go to those who cast nature. We're an arcana here, child. Now, if you wish to know about magic, by all means. By all means, investigate. Maybe you'll find something else that was hitting on our shelves.
Alright, thank you.
Alright. And you, kind of turning to Oscar.
Where are your most recent research books? Things that were done by the people here.
Well, depends. What kind of research are you interested in? Some of the stuff is chopped up into certain sections. We have divinity, necromancy, we have evocation, divinity. What aspects are you looking for?
Teleportation circles, mainly, and evocation.
No, if you're looking for spells, you might have to go visit the shop. We do have plenty of spells. Most valiantly, you can find what you're looking for there. But if you're looking for the research material, evocation's on the second story. So if you want to go up these stairs, there's a table. There's a table up there where you can read, and there'll be somebody up there who could probably help you.
I will head upstairs.
What's up, Sarah?
No, my connection is really shitty, so I switched.
Okay, you hear us all right now?
Yes.
All right. So you're both going through books, investigating. Sarah, yours is pretty mundane. Let's go ahead and get yours out of the way. I need you to make an investigation check.
Natural 20.
Natural. Well then, let me look up what I have planned for you. Because I did have a good book for you to pick up. Now, among all the books you can see stuff like a slow introductory to cantrips, a slow introductory to aspartating your magical worth. There's a couple books that are labeled Magic and You. Let me see here. Where are those called books or? What are the name of those books that give you an ability check or ability stat?
There's tomes,
Tomes.
manuals.
Manuals. Okay, yeah, maybe that's.
It depends on which skill it is.
Well, our lucky rogue here, who rolled a natural 20, will find. Let's find the right one. Yeah, this one's probably a manual, isn't it?
What skill are you looking for?
So we give him the dexterity.
Then it'd be a tome
Would it be Tom?
if it's ability.
Let's see here. See, that's charisma. Do we have it on? No. Tome of quick thought. Anyway, I got you something nice planned here as soon as I find it. I'm gonna look at the manuals because I think it is a manual.
Yeah, it's a manual of quickness of action.
Yeah, there we go. You happen to stumble across a manual quickness of action. This book contains coordination and balance exercise, and its words are charged with magic. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book and practicing its guidelines, your dexterity score increases by 2. as does your maximum score for that. The manual then loses its magic, but regains it in a century.
Holy shit.
It's a natural 20 for you, and you're in a very magically concentrated location.
Alright, I'll take that off the shelf then, and the stuff that introductory to cantrips as well.
Alright. So, yeah, write those down in your book. And then keep in mind, this is just a fair warning from me to you as a DM to player. Whenever you start to put in time with the book, make sure you give me a log of how these hours are supposed to go. And then, because we got to do it within the 6 days. So don't just start reading it unless you're ready to dedicate the time towards it.
Okay.
All right.
Is this a library where you can just take books?
We'll find out, right?
What I say?
No, you still got to walk out the door, so we'll see what happens. So, Oscar, you walk up these stairs, you see an older gentleman. He kind of gazes over. Hello, how can I help you? What are you looking for? Is there anything I can get for you? And he's just being very warm and welcoming.
I'm looking for the records for your most recent research expeditions.
We have many researches being logged every day. You're gonna have to be specific. What are you looking for in general?
Mainly of the evocation nature.
Very well. Like as far as like people creating new spells or what?
Mainly yes.
We can see what we got here. And he grabs this one tome that's kind of hefty as far as like pages go. Like it's a very thick book, maybe 600, 700 pages. And he kind of pulls it out of its place, and in the very back, as he opens it up, he kind of opens towards the back. And there's still a lot of blank pages, like, oh, that's not going to do. And he kind of flips back towards the forward. Ah, here we go. Yes. Not sure you'll be able to discern any spells to be created with this, but maybe it'll help you understand stuff. I mean, I don't know what your full agenda is. Closes the book back. It's a, basically, yeah, researcher notes on evocation. And this tomb seems to be kept here for quite a while, as many people have kind of like inserted their own evocation research into it. So, you're an arcane user yourself. Have you ever thought about joining the Arcana?
Yes, I'm a sorcerer, and I've recently started dabbling in other spells that are not of my nature, but I'm looking to expand.
It's always good to expand one's knowledge, yes. And sorcerers just having the natural talent to just produce spells is just amazing. Your kind always intrigues me, but some of us old codgers like myself have to study and read hard and get the right spell to come out just right. Ugh. Such a hassle sometimes you have it made. Is there anything else I can get for you? You're free to browse around and see if you can find something that tickles your fancy.
I'm going to take the offer and start looking around for things that might help in, either learning new spells or,
Alright,
I guess.
Make an investigation check. And then tell me in general what you're looking for. New spells and whatever else. Not bad.
looking for new spells or scrolls to, study the spells that I might need for the ritual book.
You find a manual of sorts, cutting down cost for spells. It's like it was written for a wizard who's like trying to shorten the process, and it's just basically ways to cut your costs from having to buy all these expensive spells. If you were to spend time reading this, let's see here, let's give it a proper name. Manual of Enscrollment. And if you read through this thing completely, you'll be able to ascertain how to cut down your cost, and writing down ritual spells or whatever into a spell book will cost you half on top of specialities as well. So like if you're a divination wizard and then you pick up a divination spell, it will be half and then half again if you have this manual on you. You'll have to use it as research as you're writing your new spell, so definitely it'll cut down on cost. Maybe even time. It's yet to be told. And that's about the biggest find. A lot of the books here, like advanced mastery of certain spells that you're already aware of, theology of fireball, theology of, haste, and all the spells having like specialized theories that are just probably like you pick up one of the books, you read through it part way, and you're like, this is kind of gibberish, but I get what he's going for. But yeah, he's just dancing around the idea. Like that's what most of these theology type books are kind of bringing to mind.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah. So you both have your books, and the gentleman up there say, found a couple of things interesting. Be sure to check in with the lady downstairs, and she'll check it out for you, if you wish to take it off grounds.
I'm going to go downstairs and talk to her.
Yeah, and the old crone or old woman, I should say, not crone. She looks at you as she waits for you to expectantly say something.
How would I go about checking these out? I'm sure you have some sort of system here.
Yeah, she pulls out a card, and you can kind of sense that it's magical. She says, sign your name on this, and then I'll put down the books that you're checking out. And then once you check them out, within a month, they're going to teleport back to their location. So even if you lose it, we get it back in a month. If you wish to continue to check it out, and she'll hand you another card, continue to sign this, and if it's approved, you'll be able to keep it for an additional 30 days. Keep that on your person. Kind of like a library card she hands you.
Okay. I'm going to sign both.
Very well. And she's like, there you go. These books should be able to walk out of here now. Zareth, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Alright, so yeah, you see Oscar over there checking out these books. And you got your own as well.
Yes, I'll check them out as well then.
And she looks at you expectantly, like, alright, checking these out, huh? And she
yes, please.
She gives you the same spiel. 30 days, they return to us. Unless you fill out this card to ask for an extension. If it's approved, you'll be able to keep them longer. So just sign here, here, and I take it both of you sign your name as it's supposed to be, right?
Yes.
Like that.
Gotcha. So yeah, you both have your books. You're ready to progress wherever you wish to go from here. So where do you want to go?
I guess I go to the common room
The
and just
cafeteria
hang out
location?
there.
Yeah. You go back into the cafeteria, and
Yes.
I guess both of you with your books are going to kind of go in the same direction, and you see Borden kind of over there by himself. Leo, about this time, you and your other friend who's been showing you around has gone to the shops that we talked about, and you procured the items that you asked, and you're now in possession of everything. And you're free to return as well.
Leo will wander this city for probably half an hour afterwards, just looking at all the different buildings, and then he'll return to.
Now, just so you know, it's not like an actual city. It's just like, basically there's several buildings where people are living, And then the main facilities that are of interest are close to the front, where you saw the cafeteria-like range area. I mean, this thing's like built like an institute, if that makes sense. Like,
It's a college with stores, is what
yeah,
you're telling me.
yeah, basically, yeah. So yeah, it's definitely like a canvas that you're going across right now, but it's like old medieval style.
Oh, I suppose I should probably. No, never mind. Yeah, I'll return to the group.
Yeah. So everybody's just kind of congregating back at this big cafeteria commonplace, where rooms can be rented, food can be ordered, drink can be had. So now with all of you in the same room, what would you like to do?
Going to start reading that research book about things that I may not have found in the other library I'm used to.
Shut up.
Yeah, Groucho, you interrupted him. Jeez, Baz. What was that again?
Apologies about the rude cat.
It's fine. What was that, Razor? You wanted to read which book?
The research book. I'm looking for notes that are not stuff I'm not familiar with in the other library I'm used to.
Okay, so the evocation one, right?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check. Yeah, that's pretty good. What are you trying to, like, is there a specific spell that you're you're aiming to hope to understand or get a grasp on, or?
Fireball for one, but I'm just looking for anything that I don't know of yet.
Let's see here.
I'm looking for new material to write down in my research book.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how you want this. Like, you're not going to actually find a spell in here, but you'll find complex information. Like, you can identify not only fireball being casted, but let's see, another evocation spell that might go off that somebody would use commonly. Any fire spell, you would know the exact incantation from a wizard's point of view. So, if any wizard was to cast a fire type magic towards you, you would know it instantly. So, like, if you would know what level it is, you would know what it is, and if you wanted to counterspell it, you would be able to identify it without a roll.
Okay.
So you're able to identify all fire magic without a counter, without any rolls. But yeah, you're still reading this book though. That's what you'll get at the end. Leo, you walk in with your goodies.
Yeah, I'll pull Borden aside and be like, I gotta show you something cool we found in the city. Come with me.
I'll grab the coffee I've presumably been nursing the entire time and go with them.
Alright.
I don't think we're leaving the cafeteria, are we?
Just going to a separate location in it.
Yeah, I was gonna lead him out of the place and do like a little loop around the institution.
Okay.
Oh. Unless they get mad at me about taking a cup and walking with it.
Nah, they don't really care.
Yeah, I'm not trying to steal a coffee cup. Like, of all the damn
No.
things I'm trying to steal.
Well, they see your other friends there, and you kind of say, "I'll be back," and they'll be like, "Okay, don't worry about it. Headmaster does it all the time. I'm sure it's fine."
Partially into the walk, I'll start speaking and be like, I wanted to thank you for saving my life. I didn't know how to repay you, so I got you some things. And I'll pull out these little dorky looking glasses. They tell me these to help you see things. And I'll hand over Eye of the Eagle.
Yep, you've got this pair of spectacles in your hand now. Gold brim, kind of goofy looking, a little big. Got like little owl eyebrows on the edges of it.
And then I'll also pull out a gemstone. And I wanted to share the light of Illumina with you, so this gemstone will help you. We'll do some fun stuff with light, and I'll hand over a gem of brightness.
I appreciate it, but it wasn't me alone.
No, I've got some other things for the others. This was just something I wanted to do for you. To thank you.
Alright, so you guys finish your conversation, walk back to the cafeteria. What else you want to do?
Yeah. I'll see that the other two are engrossed in their books, and I'll talk to them later.
Well, I don't know what Sarah's doing. What are you doing?
Yes, I am reading the manual of quickness of action.
Oh, you're already starting. Let me open up Notepad. I thought you might wait to see if you got downtime coming, but okay. So you open the manual and you start reading it, and now, see, it is probably 10 a.m. How long do you plan on spending with the book?
Up to a maximum of 6 hours, if that's possible.
So you intend to go 6 hours. I'll just kind of note that. Because you will get interrupted when you guys start to head back.
Which will happen in about an hour,
Yeah.
maybe.
But all the time accumulates, so however you get it, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so from there, yeah, you see Xerath engrossed with his book. Unless anything else needs to happen.
Leo will try to go get a teleport to Timor.
I think you had one more order of business with everybody, though. And that's, your new friend.
The new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta have that.
introducing me.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave you. Figured it's better this way. You'll live. No. So, yeah, you guys, in Sidaria,
Yes.
you want to try to figure out whether or not she will be a good fit. Leo's already kind of suggested, hey, we're losing our bard, we might want to go ahead and consider replacing him. So you're having that conversation, and Sidaria is probably a few seats away to give you guys privacy. Like, she's probably 2 tables over, down the ways, but she's kind of staring, I guess, right?
Just staring around, just checking armor, making flowers with prestidigitation, stuff like that.
Alright, go ahead and have your conversation about the newcomer.
What do you guys think? Should we let her come with us? We do need another spellcaster.
I have no reason to say no.
Not really.
Can't say I know much about him.
Her.
You spoke to her for a while?
I did a little bit. I asked her to tell us everything, tell us the whole backstory. She was once one of the kids that Azalea saved from Citadel, and then she's been helping out ever since. That's as much as she told us.
Fine by me then.
Can I try to listen in on them or no?
Yeah, make a perception check. And how quiet are you guys trying to make this conversation?
Very
I won't be
quiet.
able to hear it.
I was about to say, she's right next to us. It's probably not the best to be shouting it off the rooftop.
Yeah, no. Here's what happened. Like, you're trying to listen in, and all of a sudden, this burly mage, Dragonborn, kind of sits down in front of you and it's like, "Hey, I haven't seen you around here before. What are you doing here?" And just totally interrupts your concentration about what they're saying. Dragonborn is actually red scale.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just there making a scene with you.
I'm just messing around, making flowers with magic, all that. Trying to listen in on something, and I will try to move away from him, go to the other side.
As a
you,
counterpoint, would we hear her say she's trying to listen in? This dude just like sat down and.
I would probably have kept an eye on her. Yes.
I would say make a perception check, DC 20.
I'll roll on that.
Oh shit! Yeah, they caught you red-handed. Two of them did anyway.
Yeah, I'm not that smart.
Trying to listen in to something you heard blurted across partway, and then she just kind of moves, repositioning herself. And
I'm gonna wave her over. There's no point in her trying to listen in.
Yeah, so they wait.
Come on.
And the Dragonborn's just rudely eating away, not giving a crap what's going on around him anymore. And you're free to join him.
Hello again. Name's Syndria. Nice to meet everyone. I go for a handshake.
We've already met.
Socially awkward this way.
So aside from your failed attempt to eavesdrop, what do you do than listening to people talking about you?
Well, I don't know much else than what I currently do, and Azalea said that I should spread my horizon. And I thought, adventurers do a lot of stuff, and seeing that I hear that one of you are gone from your party, why not tag me along? I can do some magic, and I summon a flaming sword in my hand. Like this. If you want to. I'm good at what I do. And I can heal. As I smile.
So, well and good. What have you been doing? Perhaps it'd be a better question. You've been around here for presumably a while.
Mostly trying to bring kids back from the Citadel, defending the shift a bit, trying to help guide the children. But seeing how Azalea is no longer gonna be doing that, as she is my mentor, she recommends that I travel around and figure out myself more.
To give you more detail about the situation, so you have the information if you wish to offer it. You and Azalea have had a couple of run-ins with, like, Ironforge mercenaries who have tried to stop, things. And she relied heavily on your arm, not only, but, just, you guys have been in combat. So it's not like something you're not used to.
I basically can handle myself pretty well. If you would mind letting me join you and your party.
Did I get anything from that insight roll?
Not a damn thing. They're elusive. You didn't even tell me what you were inciting. Make sure you make.
Well, just to make sure that I want to know if he
is trustworthy. Yeah, you could trust
blurring stuff up.
Yeah. Seem trustworthy. Everything they say seems to be true.
So, how long have you been working with Azalea?
For about...
We went over
For about 7 years. Just learning the sword, learning magic, trying to help out with the Lumina, Lumina guiding me. But yeah, 7 years. Know my round of hunting and stuff. Yeah. Anything else? Any questions from anyone else?
I assume
I
no
look-
one else has questions then.
And what is your specialties? Like, you said you could handle yourself in combat. What do? Do you cast spells only, or do you also use that flaming sword that you just summoned?
I'm mostly frontliner, but I can do some pretty good healing as well. I do some magic. As I take out another sword that was in the sheath next to me. Just mess around, do magic, heal, and yeah.
I'm
I'm
sort of
lucky.
cross-referencing everything with Azalea and getting Azalea's opinion of her. I have nothing further to really ask.
Yeah, she's around though. If you ever wanted to talk to her.
Well, that's what it's saying. Like, getting Azalea's opinion.
Alright.
Like, obviously, I don't think Azalea would send someone to their death.
No.
But if Azalea knows something that...
absolutely. So Azalea will probably come down for supper with Christian and Red, and they're going to go over and try to order some food so that they can get through lunch, because now it's about noon. You see them sitting off to a table just off to the side of you. Just a short walk if you really wanted to go over there and have a conversation. But they are present.
I don't know if I would interrupt mid-meal. I'd probably wait till they're finished eating and nearing time to leave.
Well, it may be a while because Azalea seems to be just forking the food and not eating. And you can hear Red tell her, "Come on, you need to eat something. Can't be like this." Oh no.
I would be most likely gonna try to help comfort her, saying, "You should eat, Zalia." Try to help out.
Okay, hold on. I gotta make a roll because something just came to mind, and I need the dice help. Okay, it's not gonna happen yet. Leave that alone. All right.
It's not going to happen yet. That's very comforting to hear.
Yeah. Trust me. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There's something I realized that could happen, but it's not happening yet. All right. So yeah, you see her. She, as you kind of suggest to her, she's like, "Yeah, but I really don't have an appetite. Don't feel like doing anything right now. How's what's your plan? Have you figured out what you want to do in the meantime?"
I've been thinking about maybe joining the group of adventurers that came to port with you.
She turns her head over in that direction and looks. Yeah, a few of them you could trust. That one guy over there, though, kind of daggered stare at Sarah. She just shakes her head no, just completely disappointment in her face.
What did you do, may I ask?
One of the children that were in my charge was being harassed by some entity beyond us. That they sent 2 storm giants to stop us at mid-ocean. And they wanted her handed over. And to circumvent the possibility of handing her over, he suggests we kill her and raise her like I did their friend. She kind of scoffs loudly and just takes one of the pieces of meat that's on her tray and just kind of flings it down angrily. The little boy across from her is just kind of looking down at his plate, still eating, but he's like understanding his mom's angry and he's just trying to be a good boy.
I make a little flower and present it to the boy, try to make him happier, but I'm clearly now slightly mad hearing such an act happening from Zareth.
So the little boy takes the flower, looks at it, sniffs it, stares at it, and starts plucking all the petals off, and then throws it on the ground.
Okay.
You've seen him do this. This is his reaction to flowery things. Like, it's not his forte. Or it's not what he likes. But he's still, you know, he's deeply examining it, because you magic this stuff up and he just tears it apart like he's just breaking it down to understand. It's like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
Other than that, Red just kind of comforts Azalea. He's like, just, I understand, you know, you're just doing the whole I understand speech when it's clear that he can't understand, because that's the way, it's just the way it is, right? And yeah, this whole situation's brewing over here.
Leo has no problem with letting this gal join us. He's gonna keep an eye out on her because she doesn't fully trust her, even though she is of Illumina. But
Yeah, and she'll say clearly to Daria, she'll be like, look, dear, if you want to join them, by all means, one of them follows Illumina. Maybe you two can bring a brighter future to many more people than the ones that can be darkened by the other. For all I know, maybe he's a follower of Nefarious and he's just hiding it. But even then, I guess I can't be too mad. But what he said is unexcusable. Unacceptable. Stabs her food.
Maybe I could change his outlook on life, because that's just horrendous.
I don't expect anything. If only. And she kind of gets lost in a thought, but she stays quiet about it. But yeah, she just kind of references you and says, do what you must.
Okay. And I go get some food for myself.
Very well. And yeah, for the most part, everybody over there is finished eating. She passes her plate off, still half full with food. Other half is full of discarded, kind of shredded pieces of meat that she's kind of torn up and just kind of went over several times. Red just kind of sighs and says, fine, I'll take these plates in. And Azalea and Christian are there for a moment by themselves. Exposition, guys. What do we want to do?
Well, I was gonna ask her about, you know, is there anything we need to watch for if she's going to come with us?
Okay, so you ask her that. She's like, it's a dark.
She's been her mentor for the past 7 years, I believe.
Yeah,
instead.
absolutely. She's gonna tell you straight up. I trust that child more than anybody in this world. I trust her even more than Red. If I was to entrust my child to somebody, she'd be the first person I'd look toward. However, she a capable warrior. She needs to spread her wings. And with me not doing what I plan to do to save children, she just kind of sighs and looks disgruntledly over at Zareth, near eyes. She needs a better place to expand her expertise. I've taught her everything I could. And even I know I can't keep doing this forever. The wind of change, as some of your quarter might say, is coming. And she needs to change. So warm winds to you, Claire of Kasia. She is a welcome addition if you'll have her.
I'll make sure to keep an eye out for her.
You know my concerns, Dwarf.
I do. And he won't be
The only
it won't go unmentioned.
The only reason he lives is because he did not act. And she kind of stands up, disappointingly looking at him, and then walking off with Christian in hand. Red kind of follows up. Hey, where you going? See you guys later. And follows behind her, and they go back up to their room. About this time, as Insidaria is coming back with a plate of food, you start to chow down, eat, and meet. Unless there's any other conversation, I'll progress the story.
Well,
I got what I wanted out of it, the mentor's opinion,
Gotcha. And Leo?
so did we decide that she's coming with us?
That's a question he just asked to all of you.
I see no
Oscar?
problem with it.
I'm fine.
Fine.
Zareth? Alright, she's coming with us. Let's go get out of here.
And as Insidaria finishes eating and you guys kind of go over there and say you're in, this ferret appears atop of Insidaria's head. And then it scuttles down to your shoulder. And then it blinks out of existence. It reappears atop of Borden's head. It scuttles around atop of your helmet if you're wearing one. Otherwise, through your hair.
Yeah, I've usually got a helmet.
Yeah, it's kind of scuttling around up there. It can't seem to get a good purchase. It blinks out again. This time reappearing on Zareth. It's on your shoulder, right shoulder, and then it's kind of dancing along the back. It can't seem to find a purchase that it's comfortable with. Blinks once more and it pops next to Leo. About this time you see Spencer walking in. Kiko, where the hell are you? Come on. Now's not the time to be playing these silly games. And everybody's just kind of looking towards the door as the headmaster walks in, and this little ferret that's been kind of sitting on your shoulder for a minute kind of looks up, looks towards Spencer, disappears, reappears on his shoulder, and he's like, there you are. Oh, hello everybody. Don't mind me, I'm just coming in for lunch apparently. I know, Kiko. Here, get back in there. Kind of pulls up a flap to his satchel, and he's a good friend, that is. And he's going up to grab something to eat.
Certainly a lively one.
I'm going to get up and go walk over to Spencer.
Okay. He finishes getting food as you walk over to him. Oh, hey.
Hello, I'm interested in joining this college. How would I go about doing that?
Hardly a college, but yes. Well, to become a mage of the Arcana, we usually run wizards mostly through a test of creating new spells and then inserting their research into the main tome that's hidden in my office.
Would it be possible if I could write down the teleportation instructions to get here and come back at a later date?
Absolutely, yes.
And where might that be?
Yeah, the room that's off to the side here. The room that you originally came out of. He points towards that room and says, that room there, you could study that for... It takes about 10... I can't remember if it's actually an hour you have to spend or 10 minutes. But in order to get... You got teleportation circle by chance? Otherwise, I'll look it up.
I don't have it on me. I was just going to write
look
the
it up.
sigil down.
Yeah. Let me see how long it... I think you'll have plenty of time, but I just want to make sure it's not an hour.
He's grabbing the phone number before he has a phone. That's all he's doing, I think.
Yeah, you can commit a new sigil sequence to memory after studying it for 1 minute. Oh, so you only need a minute. So yeah, he
Okay.
basically tells you if you go in there, study the outline of the circle, you'll be able to commit it to memory, and then you need to spend about a minute on it, and then after that, you should be able to come home or come here.
And as far as like character is concerned, I'm going to go in there and copy it down in the back of the research book.
All right. And
Leo would have went with him to study that.
yeah, you guys take a look at this intricate circle that's made for teleportation into this location. Different arcane symbols, different scripts, very ancient writing that usually comes with it. just laced through these dark lines that are going around it. And you know, the old gentleman that you met in the port town, he like drew these symbols out in like with his staff and everything, and it's like white chalk being written. Spencer will just kind of come up to you. So, do you know teleportation circle?
Not yet, but I'm expanding my knowledge of spells rapidly, so I should know eventually. And when I do, I will be back here to join.
Oh, then by all means, yes. And he'll kind of give you the understanding that if you write these sigils down, like if you're writing them down and you run into a wizard and say, "Hey, can you take me to this location where this sigil is?" There's a higher chance that you'll be able to get to that location on a whim. Otherwise, whenever you do it yourself, you'll be able to make these jumps yourself. Let's see here.
After he's studying the teleportation and we're walking back to the cafeteria, I'll speak to him, to Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to thank you for saving me on the ship. I didn't know how to repay you, so when I was exploring the city, I picked up a couple of things for you. I'll go ahead and pull out a wand. This wand they tell me it shoots missiles that don't miss the target. And I'll hand it over. It's a wand of missiles. Or wand of magic missiles, I think. And then I'll pull out a piece of fabric. This basically turns you into a shark. It lets you breathe and swim in the water in case you ever need to save my life again. And then I'll hand over a cloak of the manta ray. I just wanted to thank you for saving my life. I didn't know how to repay you. Hopefully this helps a little bit in that regard.
Thank you very, very much.
He accepts his gifts, thanks you for
Yes.
him, and you return to the party.
So Spencer, how quick can you get us to Timor?
Well, how fast is it going to take for us to walk outside and meet Draw for a little bit? Alright, come on, I'll get you guys out of here. Look forward to seeing you again, Oscar. And you guys kind of waltz outside, group intel, and you see Spencer drawing an intricate but different looking rune. And let's see, how long does it take to cast that spell?
I'm just going to, before he starts, how will I return these? I'm going to hold out the 2 books.
They're imbued with magic. They are linked to this library, so if you don't re-sign the card, it should come home on its own.
Okay.
So if you ever lose the book, you might want to come back here and ask if we got it. Otherwise, if it got destroyed, then we might have to have words. I don't know why.
What did you?
Alright, so he spends about a minute drawing out this chalk line. And then all of a sudden he turns to everybody and says, "Alright, I'm on the last rune. You guys ready to go home?"
Yes, please.
The last,
We are.
last etching is done, and whoosh, this magical energy pops up. Everybody running through?
Leo will be the first one.
Leo's through. Oscar, you going through?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna stay here.
I think we're all going through.
Alright, so everybody
Tired of
pops
not being
through.
open.
You see Apollo on the other end before you guys walk out, just kind of waving by and saying, "I'll see you guys around." And he heads off on his own quest from here on.
I think it goes without saying, but he'll be welcome in the guild while he's still on the charter.
Absolutely. So, yeah, if you catch
I've never
this
been to
much-
Timor before.
Yeah, and right before you guys
Nah.
pop out, I need to make sure. There was an Arcadium we did visit in Timor, right? So you pop out of this back room, and as you all appear, you're kind of tightly clutched together. This room is like very small for everybody to fit into. However, it's just barely enough space for everybody to be evenly sat or situated. I did not write the name of this place down, apparently. But this was the halfling.
We're just surprised guests. I mean,
yeah, you walk out. No, what kind of freaks me out, it's like I have to remember what was here, and my notes aren't full.
I don't think we went to the Arcanium in, like...
Remember when
Timor.
you...
just Timor City. It was Reginald's brother,
I think
cousin?
it was a cousin, something like that. I can't remember what I had. Because
One of Reginald's relatives.
Yeah, so you arrive at this Arcadium, however, because my other notes were on the other laptop, I can't remember what it was. I might have to rename it, or I might have to go back into our archives and see if I can't find that session, which would be a pain in the butt to do. But let's leave it generic.
For now, it's the For now, it's just the halfling Arcadium.
Yeah, you walk out of this door and you see that halfling up there, just like, ah, I got guests. Oh, hey, how's it going, guys?
You wouldn't believe us if we told you.
Well, by all means, welcome back to Timor, wherever you came from. Well, where did you come from, by chance?
Tynak, before that, Citadel.
Oh, wow, you guys went far. Weren't you guys just here last week? Was that a week or two ago? I can't remember which. And, oh, I guess you guys are in a hurry to get back to wherever you need to go. But, yeah, if you need anything, you need to bring anything by, just let me know.
Do you have any enchanted armor?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Alright, see you later.
Yeah, they always say that. No. So you guys walk out.
It'll be okay, friend.
Yeah. Reginald's got that dagger, and he's like peeling an apple as he's talking to somebody down the road, and just happen to catch that glance. But as you get further into the city, it is like... Yes, you did. I'm sorry. But it's getting to be evening here, so it's like you left there at 12. It's about 4 to 5 in the afternoon now, and you make your way to... Where do you want to go?
The guild registry area. Report back in, say that the annul should have been taken care of.
Yeah, so you... Let me double check something, because like I said in the other session, I actually gave the Adventure Guild more flair. Let's see here. For Timor Kingdom, you walk towards the Adventurous Steelward chapter. Adventure Tourist. Why do I write shit so fucking small in this thing? Adventure Tourist Steelward chapter. Guild noted by the Steelward family and created long after for a long line of jobs for slaying monsters, excavations, and trade route transports and more. Alright, so that's all I wrote down. Anyway, walking into this establishment, you find the former, or the person you've been talking to for the most part to get everything situated. Well, you guys are back. Where have you been?
The Knoll Tunnel led to some other plane of existence, which then teleported us to Citadel, which then we had to take a boat to Tynak, and then we teleported from Tynak here, and we just arrived. And I'll motion for Zareth to put the jar of 14 Knoll Eaters on the counter, which probably is...
And they're in my bag.
Yeah.
They're probably either very crusty or very useless and unidentifiable.
Why don't you roll me a persuasion check to see how much of this story he believes? And with everybody aiding you, I'll let you have advantage, since he's grabbing the ears out.
Can I take the research book that's from Tynek out and kind of use that to help?
Yeah, we'll say that help action there. So
Yes,
21.
and
I'm not even going to count the negatives against you because this will be kind of ruled out from everybody else helping. Uh, very well. Magic works in mysterious ways. Tynek, huh? Yeah, I can see that. It's one of their special books from the Arcana, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going to put that back away real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, then I was hoping to get a read, but sure. Alright, so, been a while. Not gonna lie, thought you guys died. However, I already had the rooms.
Almost.
I had the building established. You guys should be able to move in. Might want to get somebody to check it out, make sure it's sound, but for the most part, should suffice for your operations. I was almost thinking I was going to have to sell it again, but hey. And let's see, what was the reward for the Knolls? Do you remember?
2,000
Not fucking
gold,
enough.
and it was written down. We have it on a slip.
Do you believe so? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Knolls in the
I-
sewer.
Still gonna argue not fucking enough for the shit we went through.
Yeah, so he'll take the Knoll ears, and since you procured 4 more pair than you should have, he'll throw
We
an
got-
additional 100 gold on top of it. So 2,100 gold to whoever's financing, like who's taking care of finances.
That would be me.
Party fund, yeah.
Yeah, party funds for 2,100. He'll then give you directions to a building on the east side of town, kind of near a crafting district or whatnot. And you, what's up?
How long has this building been without an owner? Out of curiosity.
Probably vacated for about 2 years. Why do you ask?
No reason.
You act like it might be haunted or something. Alright, so, no, he kind of... This is probably kind of bland compared to what I did with the other group, but I wasn't sure we were going to make it here or not. But, yeah, you guys are home. You're back at Timor. And, I don't know, most of you are having mixed emotions because, one, this is like the location where you guys first interacted more deeply with Lindsay and Apollo. You guys helped bring a carriage here at one point that was part of Lindsay's last demeanor. Boy, whatever happened to that? As you're walking,
Pretty sure we were supposed to go pick it up in a few days,
yeah,
but then we were gone for a week and a half.
You walk by the wheelwright house, or that was taking care of the repairs, and it just kind of brings that memory back to mind that, oh, she had a cart that we had fixed. You walk further down the road, you pass the Broken Tusk Inn, and that yellow emblem is still plated up against somewhere in that back alley as you take a quick glance, Leo. And further down this road, you kind of get to like a random crafting district of sorts, and find your way to this building that you've been pointed out to. Vacated, kind of dusty on the outside as well. Wood framed. It kind of bleeds into other buildings next to it, so it's not like you're like lotted off. So there's no real yard. You're kind of like in a city district here, so there's no yard for you to maintain, nothing like that. Just basically like a mercantile district. Like you can make this a business front if you wanted to have like a secondary business to go with your main adventuring party or whatnot. So it's basically a makeshift place for you to kind of develop however you feel. You walk in, big open area with the stairways leading up, stairways leading down. Looking into this open room as you all take a quick gander, try to get a feel for things. You can see a kitchen area off to the left with the dining table sitting out. No chairs, no stools, no table, or I mean just the table and the kitchen itself. Pantry is pretty much empty. I mean anything that was food is probably molded or gone. It's just really dusty.
So this will be the new place I stay at, you guys?
This would be our primary place of residence, yes.
and going up the stairs, unless somebody wants to actually take the tour themselves.
I think we'll just go get the general description as it were for now.
Yeah, going up the stairs, you could find 4 bedrooms off to the right, and then 2 off to the left. Or 3 actually, like 1 at the end of the hall. So 2 of them are on the side, 1 at the hall, and then you got 4 that are on the other side, and then 1 at that end.
For a total of 8 bedrooms.
Yep, 8.
Why don't we go to the end of the hall and open that up?
Left or right?
End of the hall.
There's 2.
The one
halls.
on the end of the hall.
So if you're going to the right where the most space is,
Knows the idea.
yeah, I'm saying there's 2 end of the halls here.
Well, yeah, the right one, I guess, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, these are like the master bedrooms. Very spacious.
So,
If you're taking a look at
this one.
and the other rooms that are along the sides are like maybe half its size, but you know they're more functional as well. Like everything's closer to you, so it's not like you have to go around the room to do whatever. It's like maybe half the size of the master.
It's okay if I take the first one that's on the left.
It's one of the smaller ones, yeah.
Yeah. First one on the left is on the wall, and then you got another master on the other side, and then you know, kind of.
There's 2 master suites. I'm pretty sure Razor and I get them from seniority.
I am more than happy to pick one of the smaller ones.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, I'll do that. It's just
Yeah, like just seniority would be the only real yeah, no, we have more of a claim than someone else. Like it doesn't particularly
I'm
matter.
just kind of drawing a rough outline. I know this ain't gonna help much, but
I'm not going to need hardly any room, so.
That's one
Well,
of
you
the
have your research books and all. I figured you know, shelving and the desk, you know.
That can be done downstairs. I'm assuming there's a study.
you assume way
I
too
see.
much.
See, I figured the study would be attached to a master suite. You know, it's got like the sleeping side, and then you know the
Like,
desk, the
you could-
closets. The...
Yeah, like that map makes sense, right? Like this is the stairs leading up. And then you turn,
okay.
yeah, you turn left. First one on the left, that would be yours. Master bedroom over there. Master bedroom over here. Does that make sense
Okay.
now?
Yeah, does one of the smaller rooms have a window that has an alleyway or something beneath it?
I would say the ones on this side would. Since
Then I
this
take one
here-
of those rooms.
Yeah, since these are kind of looking towards the main street. Alright.
Yeah, do you have a token for me, by
I
chance?
do not yet. I don't think I had. Or maybe I do. Let me see. Can't remember if I made it or not.
I'm pretty sure you can just move your token to the room you're tentatively claiming.
There's your token. I haven't attached it to your character sheet yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let me double check here. Or, let me see. It might have been already there. You should be able to drag your character sheet over if it was already on there. Let me see. Yeah, you can drag your character sheet over there and it'll be the token. Like, you gotta drag it from the journal.
No, not it.
That's not, it's not using the right token though. Get rid of that. Hold on, let me see something. There. Literally, just grab your character sheet and drag it over there. Like, don't drag it from the character sheet, just where your character sheet, like when you left click to open up your character sheet, just take that link and bring it over. But there's your character. So you're wanting to go here.
Yep.
All right. What does everybody else want to do?
So this is upstairs. Is there like a downstairs?
Yes, there is a downstairs as well. We didn't go into that yet. But living space, that's what's up here. So if you want a bedroom, this is where you gotta be. Now, as far as the downstairs is concerned, it's more like a basement. Like, it's basically your cellar. It's where you would put, like, wines.
Where we
Okay.
beat the shit out of ungainly rogues.
Yeah, definitely. This is like the Fight Club area. Like, you could set it up however you want. But it's open space down there.
Hello.
So, yeah, you got 3 empty rooms at the moment.
Well, we don't have bodies to fill it, so...
Also, so, going forward here, like, I think we might take a quick break, actually, to kind of get set up here, since we've been going for 2 hours. Might go for another hour, so I gotta double check something, though. But, yeah, you guys have this place, you're located, and you can figure out how you want to go about this. We'll
Sure.
see, do a comparison, see what we got for, like, furnishing money and all that, because now we're going to do a, pretty much a shopping episode from here on. So, look forward to that. I will take a quick break, though, so feel free to talk amongst yourself about what you want to do or whatnot. 5-minute break.
Okay.
Use the bathroom, get you a drink,
Okay.
do whatever you need to do, and then we'll get right back into it.
Gonna go to the bathroom quickly. BRB.
That manual of quickness of action is insane. That's actually really powerful.
It's also obscenely expensive, and that's also assuming that it still has its magic after having been in a public library.
Yeah, so, meh. I don't know, we'll see.
So it could be recharging right now for the next 80 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, I don't know. We'll see. It would raise my dex to 22 though, so...
Yeah, that's why it's super powerful.
That's initiative,
Lots.
that's armor class, that's damage, your finesse weapon.
Yeah. I didn't realize books were so powerful in Stars games.
Yeah,
I
that's
wish I would have got a smarter character.
That's a very rare item.
I got lucky on my rolls, so most of my stats are pretty decent.
To be honest, I wasn't even looking for buffs on my books. I was just looking for like lore.
Well, I was more looking for like a general book that would explain how magic worked in general, but I got this. I'm fine with it.
It's simple. The wizard looks at the thing, decides it doesn't like the thing, says boom, and it dies.
I thought the way he was saying it is that, oh, you can counter any fire spells, but the description that he was trying to apply, in my opinion.
Yes, well,
Right,
it makes
yeah.
sense though, because he is a red skilled sorcerer.
Hope you like me joining, being the socially awkward person that's not that good at keeping secrets.
You know, you got that socially awkward part down to a science.
Yeah, being a -1 intelligence and wisdom really helps.
So basically, to clear up one of the things you were mentioning, the thing that I gave for Oscar is like he could say, "Oh, he's casting Fireball at level 5. I recognize the incantation, especially being up. He'll know exactly how high he needs to go to counter it. But
Yeah.
he'll have to have the counter spell. So it's not like I'm giving him permission to counter any fire attack."
I was just looking for lore, dude. Okay, thanks.
Hey, you rolled good. I'm not gonna punish you for it. Or you asked for something in a certain specific. It's like, well, it can be used for this too. If you don't want to use it like that, that's up to you.
Just like I was there to, okay, we're doing research. Let's
Well,
see what they have, and I can copy their notes.
and another thing
Pass
you
that on
could
to
have
others.
done in New Arcana, which I'm kind of shocked you didn't, was go visit their local Arcanium to check out the scrolls, because they told you to go to their shop. And you could have purchased any level 5 spell.
Well,
Or lower.
I'm going
You?
to go back there eventually.
Yeah.
And I can't use level 5 spells yet. I can only use
Doesn't mean
level
you can't try. Not with that attitude.
Try, but with a
That's on the
disadvantage.
middle of the ocean.
But, yeah.
Oh yeah, and checking out the book that raises your deck. Supposedly that book only has one use.
Mm-hmm.
One use
Doesn't-
every century.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't mean it's the only book in existence.
And there
Yeah.
could be multiples of them, but
But-
it's also in a public library, so for all we know,
Yeah.
it's fucking charging.
Well, if he's able to read it, which I told him he was, he can definitely take the advantage of it. But depending
Yeah, so-
upon what all you guys do during his week that he has to get it read, will determine whether or not he gets the abilities, though.
How much
No.
hours was it again?
48 hours in 6
it.
days.
2 days worth.
So that's 2 days worth, yes. And during that lunch thingy, how much would I gotten into it? Like half an hour? Maybe an hour, nothing more?
Well, I would assume you would have got 3 of it. Or, no, wait. 2.
2? Okay, then I put it down to 46.
Well, I'm tracking your hours up.
Oh yeah, are you elf or no?
I'm a half elf.
So do you get this only sleep 4 hours thing or no?
No, he does not.
No, that's a full blood elf.
Okay. So I might say you should probably take the exam, try to get the book down, maybe.
Alright, are we waiting on anybody? Everybody back?
I'm downstairs at the moment, so give me a minute.
See that? And the other problem with his book, he needs to actually be able to sit down to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way Borden heard it, this house needs some work.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is mighty dexterous and should be good at fixing things. So, yeah. You'd be helping putting this house together, getting it cleaned the fuck out.
I walked into a dead area, so I hit the part where I was pretty dexterous, and then nothing until I should help out. So if you give me a minute, I'll be upstairs again in a couple of seconds.
We could always hire out the help to fix the house while we go out on another job.
I mean, I'm going to use the unseen servant.
Alright, I'm back up.
Alright. Yeah, you and your quick fingers are good for cleaning shit, and this house needs a lot of work. So if we're not on a job, there's cleaning to be done. This place will be respectable. It is the guild headquarters for us.
So is it dusty and all?
Oh, it's dusty as fuck.
Okay, I'll be using prestidigitation for a good hour, trying to make everything perfect in my room then.
In your room, I would say that's possible.
I'll start the kitchen with prestidigitation.
Okay.
I think we should just hire it out and then we go on another adventure.
I think Zareth needs to atone for his stupidity.
So we'll leave him behind and let him clean the whole house while the rest of us go on an adventure?
Oh, man.
I'm
Yes,
not
let's
sure
leave
what
him-
would happen to the house then.
Yeah, not to mention we'll just leave him unattended with all of our things. Not saying he would, But I trust him just about as far as Borden could have thrown one of those storm giants.
So you don't trust him that much?
Are we in character, or are we talking third person here?
I don't
We
know.
haven't
I couldn't
technically
tell.
restarted.
Yeah, I was checking to make sure everybody's here. Are everybody back?
I'm back.
Here.
Yeah. Zareth, you're here. Leo, you're here.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Alright. Borden, you're here, right? Nope, you left, didn't you? Damn it.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, we're all back here at this dusty, old housing. It's in the middle of a crafting district. And I am like totally irked about something real quick. Let me check. I might have to look at the other campaigns, what I might have to do. Because, yeah, all them notes, man, laptops. But, the notes about the housing and everything, I was going to kind of use a similar layout as far as like if you bought furniture and whatnot. I can't remember if I wrote it down on the other laptop or I think I was actually. Nope, I don't have anything here. Alright, whatever. Let's get off of there. It's not today. Alright. So what's the agenda for Dancing Lights?
Leo thinks we should hire some help to get the house cleaned and then buy furniture to get brought in and just hire all that out, and then we can go do something else.
Any other thoughts?
There'd be cleaning to be done.
Use prestidigitation as much as I can in my room.
Yeah, about an hour.
Yeah, I would probably do it. Yeah. I will probably clean my shit as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
So everybody's taking time to go ahead and claim their living space, right? And
Well, while everyone's doing that, Leo would have gone to the Adventure Guild to see if there's any more jobs.
alright, so while you wander off, everybody else kind of spends time cleaning. Spending about an hour getting it all dusted up and cleared out. You definitely made a dent as far as cleaning goes in your own rooms. However, there is a lack of furniture. There's not even broken furniture in this building. Like everything has been taken out that wasn't nailed down.
So there's these beds or no?
No beds. There's no drawers. There's no there's closets, but there's nothing in them. It's just you spent this whole hour just dusting an empty room, but it is ready to
As
receive.
far as like pots and pans in the kitchen, at least, or
Make an investigation check as you go down and look at. Yeah, you managed to find a few pots and pans after rummaging through some of the cabinets in the kitchen. They leap to life and start beating you in the head. I'm just kidding. They are not.
I'm just
They are
saying
not.
if there's anything at all in there.
Yeah. Yeah, just a few pots and pans. There are no dishes, there are no forks, there are no knives, there's no cutlery or anything like that, but there's like maybe boiling pots.
Hey guys, wouldn't I need to be assigned to your adventure group so I could be official? Or no?
That's a good point.
I'm pretty sure our say so until we, get paperwork for guild additions is all we need.
Okay, just been wondering, because I don't know guild rules that much. Or what I know guild rules.
No, you wouldn't, because they don't even know what they want.
Yep,
Yeah, you
I
definitely.
know nothing.
Yeah, you're clueless, and so am I.
Is that a 0?
No,
No, that's
two
two.
twos.
But
Oh, okay.
yeah, you guys haven't really established anything for Dancing Lights as far as your own rules and regulations. So they would, it's all up to you guys how you want to plan that out. But for the most part, yeah, you're in need of furniture. You're in need of, like the building itself, unlike Wednesday's campaign, is very sound, very structured. Since it's combined with other structures next to it, you would think it would have to be taken care of to some degree to where it wouldn't degenerate and be useless. So as far as structure damage or anything like that, you probably don't have anything to look for in that manner. But finding somebody to come in, or just purchasing furniture and then hiring people to clean, you can do that. But yeah, the furniture is going to be the biggest deal to get, your bedrooms set up and whatever you want to put in your bedrooms. Basically finding whatever you want to put in this building is kind of like your scope of where you want to go with this. Like, where do you want to go with this? Put your input in here. This is where you need to go ahead and sign in on that. So and kind of similar to how Wednesday campaigns go and how much you put into the project, especially in the common area, may influence like certain guest checks. Like if you have certain guests that come by and you're trying to impress them, the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. First impressions, you know how it is, right? But enough of me narrating. What do you guys want to do? I got Leo going to the adventuring hall. You guys are done cleaning, and you need to make this plan. Leo, you go to the adventure hall, and the guy's like, well, the other companies are currently, they took the last of the jobs. Don't have anything right this minute. However, we do have you as an established company now. I will be able to send you the first missive that comes through by messenger. So as soon as I get a job that comes in that you guys can do, I'll definitely send it your way. And by the way, get your place situated, get it set up, because you're going to be needing to do something with it to, attract other customers who don't go through the guild. I mean, you'll be able to take jobs outside of the guild, but you'll have to do it in the capacity of your own company.
Out of character, is this a DM power play where we have to do this?
If you don't
we kind of have to make our house look okay.
Look,
I was just going to hire
living there.
Like you can hire it. I don't.
Oh no, we can hire people. I'm just the one stuck. Like Zareth is going to be doing a fair amount of work for his act.
He's punishing Zareth for being Zareth. Like
I'm punishing Zareth for having the balls to almost piss off someone that could kill him.
Now the reason why I'm not set up any adventures for you yet with the adventure board, because I didn't have time to make the adventures yet because laptop died, and on top of that I wasn't sure how far we were going to get. But now that we made it, because I didn't know how long of an arc it was going to be to try to get Brett's character to mesh in, we're now at this situation where you can do house cleaning. So you guys got your downtime, you can take time to do what you need to do for you. This might even give Zareth the chance to get quite a few hours into his book, but it looks like not for the first day.
Okay, I'll just tell them to send us the first job as soon as possible, and then I'll go try to find like a maid service or something.
Easily enough. Yeah, there's like a cleaning surface, kind of like going back to where you are. They will send some people over there, like, you're just wanting them to basically go through and just clean everything up, right? Just dust this place down, wash it up, make it clean. And
make the place shine, and then I'll try to set up like a thing where they come in twice a month to clean it up again. First one will probably be super expensive because it's super old and dusty, but then afterwards it should be cheaper because it's just like maintenance at that point.
Yeah, for the sake of brevity, and probably for the sake of them wanting to punish Sarah, they'll charge you 50 gold for the first one. And that's basically going through re-cleaning the rooms that you've already cleaned, just in case they weren't clean enough. Otherwise, you can tell them you got it, whatever, they'll leave it alone. And they'll clean all the empty rooms, they'll clean the common areas.
Our rooms are our responsibilities.
And you tell them that, and they will respect that, and just clean the rooms that are vacated. So,
they can clean my room.
And you tell them to clean yours. Okay. So they clean Leo's room. They clean the 3 rooms that are vacated. They clean the common area. They clean the kitchen area. And they clean the basement up for you. Everybody else has to take care of their own rooms. And now comes the point where you need a place to sleep. You need a place to sit. You need a place to sit down and eat. You need utensils. If you want me to just give you numbers and just say you have this stuff, or
Yeah, sure.
Or if you actually, like, here's the 3 tiers, alright? You can get the essentials, dirt cheap. Basic need, you'll get by with this. You'll have your luxury stuff, you paid a little bit for it. And then you'll be, you get a little bonus on some of the impression checks that you make if anybody comes visit. Or you can get the exotics, which will be pretty pricey, but even more of an impression. So with that in mind, the beds run 20 gold for essential. Now that's base price for 1 bed. But if you want to go to an exotic for 150 gold, you can get a better bed that'll give you a better night's sleep. If you want to go to a luxury, a canopy bed, if you would.
I think you flipped those.
You're in a different city, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it anyway. 500 gold.
Okay.
I'm just throwing numbers out here, and it might not be permanent, but for this instant, this is what it is. I couldn't find my sheet, otherwise I would have used it.
Well, no, you listed exotic before luxury, that's why. So
No, I said luxury and then exotics. Yeah. Exotics going to cost you, but luxuries are in between. So essential, luxury, exotic. Just to clarify.
So, essential beds are 20 gold.
Yep.
Luxury beds are 450 gold, and exotic beds are 500 gold.
No, 150 gold for the luxury. Like
I'll get one of the luxury.
Alright, so I don't know if you want to take it out of party funds or if your own individual funds will cover it. Just kind of figure that part out amongst yourselves. Are you paying by yourself, or do you want to see about...
I will ask someone nicely first if you want to help pay for my bed, if possible, in this new land. Anyone?
Beds, I don't think we need to spend too much money on. It's just a place to sleep. I was just saying we go essential beds. We can fancy up the common space. But no one's going to come up to... We don't need to impress people with our beds.
Alright, so I'm going to ask, Leo, what one do you want? The essential, right?
I want the essential bed, yes.
Oscar, which one do you want?
Essential.
Is that everybody's consensus on that? Gordon.
I probably take the luxury bed.
Alright, Sarah. And Borden, what was yours?
Bare bones.
Bare bones?
We'll also get
The
essential
essential.
beds for the other 3 rooms.
Essential for the other 3 rooms.
Brings the tally to 8.
NCS getting luxury? In scenario?
Oh, yeah.
Is there-
luxury.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so 2 luxuries and then
So 2 and
3
6.
empty essentials. Alright. So yeah, 6 of those and 2 of those. Let's see here. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140 plus 300. So that's 340 for that. Just pulling it together. I'm pulling it together, and then you guys can figure out how you're paying for it. Alright, so with the bed situation out of the way, what do you want to do for, like, you have a kitchen table, because apparently these things are so fucking heavy, nobody can lift them out. It's a long table, seats about 10 people, 5 on each side if needed, and then 2 more on the additional, which would make 12 if you wanted to go that route. Usually what they do is they got these long benches, right? And you'll need a total of 2. And you'll want either essential, luxury, or exotic. And the prices for these is 10 gold per bench for essential, 50 gold per bench for luxury, and then 150 gold for exotic.
I say we go luxury for the benches, in case we have people over for parties.
Yep.
So we need 2 benches, 1 for each side.
What did I say luxury was again?
150.
50.
Exotic was 150. Luxury was
So
50.
this will be a total of 100. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so that takes care of the benches, so you have a place to eat. Now, utensils. And this is basically covering your forks, spoons, knives, plateware, additional pots and pans, and all your utensils for the kitchen to cook. You can get the essentials for 10 gold. You can get the luxury for 40, or you can get the exotic set for 100.
You want to go for exotic since it's only 100?
Let's just go with the luxury so it'll match the benches. I'm assuming it has a motif.
Probably.
If we hire a maid or a cook to make food for us, I feel like we should spoil them and let them use exotic kitchenware. But that's just my opinion.
So what's the overall consensus?
Well,
I'd vote for
are the
exotic.
dining sets for the table and the pots and pans and shit for the kitchen the same or separate?
I would say we can roll it together. Like, you'll be getting nice tabletop. As far as the accenting, the only way that actually clashes if you have like, it's basically if you got a luxury bench and an exotic bench, then your impression would be totally off. But buying the utensils as exotic would help instead of hurting, like you're thinking.
Okay. So it's a stacking system, not a you have to match.
Yeah, the only thing that has to match is the same suit of the room, so to speak. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like if you got 2 separate benches from one price range to the other, then it might clash and not look right. But
Okay, that makes sense then.
yeah. So we're going to go with
It's 100 on the kitchenware.
Yep. All right. So moving on from the kitchen, we got the benches. Now we need your living space. Now, couches or armchairs, coffee tables, like, how do you want to decorate this room? And I'll try to give you like the essential. Like, tell me the package that you want to put in this living space.
Fireplace there.
Yeah, there'll be a fireplace there.
Alright, so everyone can yell at me if they think I'm being a complete idiot. But I figure a rug, out in front of the fireplace, just a whatever the rug happens to be, patterned or whatnot. A coffee table on the rug. A couch on one side, facing towards the fire.
And then one off to the side.
I was gonna say 2 armchairs, one on either side of the table, they could be tilted either towards the fire or perpendicular to, if you're reading a book or using the table.
Alright, so a table, a rug, 2 armchairs.
Do we still have some direwolf pelts?
I sold them.
All of them? So we don't have anything?
Nope.
I thought maybe we could make a direwolf rug.
That's assuming it didn't look like ass. It was a decently survival checked pelt.
I think at some point we got some large pelts, but since we sold
yes,
them all,
I sold them.
Yeah. Alright, so continuing on with my agenda, please. So I got a table, rug, 2 armchairs. Are we decorating this place with anything else?
And maybe some paintings of scenery.
Paintings is good. Okay, I like that.
some animal heads, like some deer heads
Animal
or wolf
trophies.
heads.
I think the animal trophies might be a bit much, although if there's an open window drapery, could be used in place of some of the animal head spot.
So what I'm doing is I'm getting a mental image of everything being combined together, and then I'll give you the price for what I think it should be, and then you'll be able to decide what you want from there. Okay? So
There may be animal head. I'm not going to completely rule that out, but
I will put
if you have
animal
15 heads on the wall.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's like I'm gonna give you like maybe 2 animal trophies, and if you want to expand the collection from there, you go capture these things yourself. All right?
It's a headquarter, not a hunting lodge, is what I was getting at.
A headquarter, yeah. Just a
One
quarter of the
Trask
head.
head right there.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so table, rug, 2 armchairs, paintings, animal trophies, drapery. Do we want a couch?
That was the first thing I said, facing the fire,
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I missed.
across
it.
from the table.
That's why I was telling you everything I had written down. I missed the couch. That's what I
Can we
was.
have
And then a dressoir. I don't know the English word for it. I'm sorry. It's like
A dresser.
Like a china cabinet style thing, where you can put things in it and store them for display, kind of.
Well, maybe also if we get nice items, but actually just like
Display case.
a
Then?
kind of closet. Yeah, also a display case, but that will be empty. But like a general dressoir where you can just store stuff in with a bunch
like
of
a
drawers.
closet or like,
Like a wardrobe or a closet or something.
Like a closet, yes.
like a.
You can have a standing wardrobe for like jackets and such. If people come in, they can hang their jackets there.
No,
I will say
not,
like that. That's like minute. Like that's not going to be something I'm going to worry about charging you for, though.
That'll be a free pitch in for buying the rest of the room.
I'll take a picture later this evening and I'll post it on Discord.
Sure. I'd be more
what
than
kind of
interested.
stuff I mean.
Yeah, by all means. And if it's not too extravagant, I might just throw it in there and you could just have it. Like I'll say like a persuasion check got it. Or
Like
something.
a chifforobe, maybe.
What?
A chifforobe.
Could.
I don't even
I
know
don't
what that is.
You guys are talking beyond me. Like all I know is table, chair, kitchen table. Like we could get fancy with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for it.
Can we
But-
have one table that has a different God's holy symbol on it? Or
I figured you could set up a part of your room for your god shrines if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably more advisable because this stuff here has to kind of match in a way.
okay.
That'd look really weird to have you know,
Yeah. By the way, I'll also come back
religion
to,
everywhere.
I'll also come back to the rooms. Like if there's any individual things that you want to get personally, we can just kind of mash out numbers for your own personal gain. Like you can pay for it by hand at that point. But table rug, 2 arm chairs, paintings of scenery, animal trophies, drapery, a couch, a display case, and then whatever that other thing that was mentioned. Anything else you want to add to this arsenal of inventory?
I think that's going to be a busy enough room as it stands, unless there's something painfully missing.
A bookcase or two?
Bookcase. That's actually pretty good. Bookcase.
I
I'll
was
put,
going to have one of those in my room.
yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt to have them downstairs too, because you want to show off. Because the thing about books, it's not that they're powerful things in my campaign. There just happens to be books that are powerful. But displaying books is like a way of showing off how intelligent you are. It's like a show of state. So
Well,
to
then we
speak.
don't have any bookcases anywhere in the house.
Oh, you don't want no? Is that what I'm hearing? Just to
No, I'm saying we're not the brightest bunch sometimes.
it's
Yes.
more of an impression than actuality.
I can place the book of were creatures in there.
Okay, so I'll get you a bookcase. I'll put you down for one. You want more, you can order it later. Alright, so
Or probably-
Joke with the book.
I know. I was playing with you, dude. Come on. Alright, so table rug, 2 arm chairs, paintings, animal trophies, drapery, couch, display case, and a bookcase, and I was going to say, the one thing that I might suggest, but it doesn't have to be right away, is maybe a receptionist counter, to where, like, if you needed somebody professional up front to greet people. But I don't know.
I don't
Like,
think that would be in like the lounge necessarily. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to include like that common area, but also another thing is purposing. Like your building can have a separate purpose besides just being a base. Now, you could purpose it to be like a storefront, a bar, a tavern, or just keep it for common needs only. I mean, because you are in a mercantile district.
Well, when we were describing this, I figured it is more of, a sitting area for once we had people in.
Mm-hmm.
Like the back half of the shop, if that would make sense. Like, this is where our living quarters and, where we, conduct the more private matters. The front of it could still be whatever. I also don't know how big the house necessarily is, but if it's got 8 rooms up top,
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, it's
assuming
pretty
it's
spacious. Yeah.
hard.
Like, it was probably like an old storefront, and those used to be all, old storerooms
Guys, I need
upstairs.
to go AFK for a bit on the
Yeah.
content with me. I'm sorry.
Go right ahead, man. Just doing house cleaning for now. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop some numbers. And then you decide. Let's see. So I'm gonna say if you wanted to get that for just essential qualities. Luxury will go. Nah, maybe that's too high. Let's go. Yeah, I like that. And then if you want. Alright. So to get just the bare quality, and probably just a bare rug, it would be 300 gold. But to deck it out a little bit more, make it more impressionable, we're looking at about 500 gold. But if you want to take this over the top, make the best impression you can ever come up with, it'll be 800 gold for the exotic. And I would say you would get like a combination of dire wolf heads and maybe a cougar head or something like that. Some wild prey animal that's always on the hunt. So with those numbers,
I think we should go exotic.
What was the price in the? Because I'm tallying all this up.
800.
Because some parts of this will come out of the party fund, some parts will be out of your own pocket if you're going above and beyond
Yeah,
stuff for your own private areas.
I'll pitch in a bunch at the end too.
All right, so I got 800 for the exotic. I'm looking at 1240. Is that right?
The beds. That's gonna be.
Or am I missing? No, that's right.
That's right.
Or am I missing the?
I've
kitchen?
got you off count on somewhere.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit more. I forgot what you got. You got the exotic kitchenware, which was how much?
100.
100. So it's
100,
probably
yeah.
so it's probably 13.
Yeah, 13.
So all the beds are a total of 27 or 270. Then we've got 200 in the kitchen between benches and kitchenware. And then 5 to 8 for the receiving lounge, living, whatever you want to call that area.
So
So we're looking at 1270 on the high end.
I actually got 1240. Unless I'm missing something somewhere.
No, it should be 13 still. 1340.
I'm not counting any of the bedding yet.
Oh, okay.
1370.
Eight,
And that's the
nine,
high end. Yeah, 1370 high. Because the bed, like, most of everything downstairs is, party funding. Rooms will be subsidized to a degree from what I'm looking at right now. Because we also haven't got all the way back around to them.
Alright, so I got the 2 luxury benches, the exotic kitchenware, and the exotic overall for the common room. Which is only 1,000 on my end, not including any of the beds. Is that right, or am I missing something else?
That's right. 100 for the benches, 100 for the kitchenware, 800 for the common space.
What do you got, Borden? Because did we say something else that I forgot, or?
The kitchen dining has a 200, and then the receiving lounge is 800.
Yeah, okay, so that's 1,000.
So we're at 1,000.
And then I got 340 tallied for the beds. Unless
There were 2 luxury.
Yeah, I think those were 150 each. Or wait, I think you're right. Okay. So, no, how much did I say the luxury were?
150 each for the beds, and then
Alright,
20
so
for the.
Yeah, so we're
Essentials.
at 420.
I think what I did was not include the 3 that were being okay.
Okay.
So maybe that's what I did wrong. All right.
I'm
so,
back.
Welcome back. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. So I need a. So that
It's 270 for all the beds right now. The 6 essentials were 20 a pop.
And the luxury were 150 each. That's 300 right there. Or wait.
420 for all the beds. 420 for all the beds.
Yeah, 420. Wow, 420. Yeah, that sounds good.
Neat.
Yeah, math guys.
Computer, why are you trying to die?
Alright. So yeah, you guys are gonna put out all this money and you guys determine how you want to spend it, but basically you're gonna get beds for your rooms, all the commonware items that we discussed down below. If you're wanting like your own personal storage or dresser set or any unique items like that, you're free to make a run to town, buy it, have it sent over or whatever.
I think we should have a vault in the back for our extra money and any magic items we want to leave behind.
Isn't there like a bank service in the city somewhere that specializes in that stuff?
But it'd be smarter to have it on hand place.
Well, some of it, but not everything, because if people break in and they take the vault or empty it out, then we're just broke. So I would say keep some shit in there, but not everything.
I mean, a vault's like a room vault, not like a little safe.
You do have a basement where you could probably do something like that. If that's
And then for the basement, I wanted to turn that in, at least part of that, into like a training room.
right.
Yeah, I was thinking something about that as well.
Yeah, with those proposals on the table, I mean, this is pretty much stuff you'll have to talk out with each other. And if you want to investigate the vault incident, we're going to have to probably delve a little deeper into Timor Kingdom. But guys, you're back home. Your first night back in town. What do you want to do? This is like a joyous occasion. You have no other worries except for, yeah, those things. But hey, you're back home. What would Dancing Light like to do for their first night back?
Sleep, rolling.
Alright, so if nobody's doing anything interesting, Sarah, how many?
I'd probably go buy a small crack of ale, like for a couple of pints, and I start reading my book.
Alright, I'm gonna say for the duration of getting the house clean and being able to have free time finally to yourself, you don't get free time until about 8 p.m. How long do you wish to stay up to continue reading?
Do I have any idea what we're going to do tomorrow?
Nobody does.
Okay, then I am going to read it for 6 hours.
For a total of 10?
No, I'm going to read it for 6 hours. So that
For
means
a total of 8, I mean. You had 2 hours previous from lunch. I'm just adding it up.
Oh, yes, and a total of 8, yes.
Yeah. So you will end day 1 with 8 hours read. Alright, now anybody else? Anything for the rest of this nighttime of revisiting time, or anything special you want to do? Anything you gotta go check out real quick while it's the same day?
I mean, I'll be going to the temple tomorrow anyway to work on getting stuff to, set up my own like meditative area.
Alright.
I'll look for trying to get a small little dresser to put Illumina's
Alright.
religious symbol on.
I'll say looking around for a furniture shop and whatnot. You can find different types of are you looking for like a cabinet or a curio or what? Or a coffee table, end table?
Like a coffee table that has like open up cabinets that swing open like doors.
Okay, I
Just
can see that.
about 3.5 high.
Alright, so like a little curio cabinet type thing in a way. What I will say is like you want the emblem of Illumina on it or what?
Yeah, but I can put the Illumina thing on. I have a. Yeah, I'll put it.
Well, I'd say if it's special order, it'll take a while. Otherwise, you could buy it the same day if you want it.
I'll buy it the same day and use my own.
All right, we're looking
brooch
at.
right
All right,
there.
Now, as far as this goes, you got same 3 tiers: essential, luxury, and exotic. Uh, get it for 5 gold if you just want 2 slabs of boards, just kind of melded into one thing. If you want luxury, something that looks kind of fancy but not too expensive, it's about 30 gold. But if you want the exotic plan, it's 60 gold.
I'll have exotic.
So what you guys might want to do, like if you're doing specialized stuff in your room, put down the type of items, what tier they are, and then, in case it ever comes up to where like you're showing off your room to somebody, you're trying to make this big impression, and this is my room, and if it's filled with all this stuff that's not neat or cool, they'll be like, oh, that's nice. Or if you have all the exotic stuff, it's like, wow, this thing looks beautiful. It's going to help you in that impression thing if you need it. But yeah, you have an exotic cabinet of whatever you want to call it. Any other business for any other character?
Did we finish up furnishing the house?
For the most part, yeah. It took better part of the afternoon to get all the furniture ordered, brought over to the house, set up. I mean, they had their guys go in and set everything up. The maids came in, they did all their service, and now you guys just have to buy stuff as you go. Like if there's something else you want, you just go buy it. But yeah, this place is up and running, and you're able to stay here for the night. Unlike Wednesday's campaign.
No, we stayed there.
Well, yeah,
fine.
you did, but a couple people didn't. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just at a loss, guys. If you ain't got nothing else you want to do, we're gonna.
Well, I'm pretty sure they don't have late night,
Yeah, no, that's
holy
true.
symbol and meditation area ordering.
Well, I was gonna say, like any other type of furniture buying would have probably been done in the same. You guys run up there and said, "Hey, I want this." Oh, while you're at it, I want to get that and that and that. It would have been done in the same order if you wanted to go ahead and take care of it.
Oh, that worked.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
no.
suppose I wanted a vault. I brought that up.
The vault ideal is going to probably take a little bit more specialization care, I should say, like investigating to find.
You have to find out who sells it, and then have to have them install it.
And then how much? Yeah, it's going to be a process to do the vault, but we can get into that next time.
Could I see if Leo wants to do a test fire, seeing that he look tough or not? I don't know.
Do you guys want to spar? I don't discourage it.
Definitely not, because I'm not wearing armor.
Which might be something you might want to look into, or not. It depends.
I tried to look in the magic shop, but he didn't have anything.
I pointed out a special
Could
item
I
that
special order that?
No. Well, I don't. Oh, you tried to ask in the Arcanium, yeah. I was about to say, though, there was stuff at the Arcana you probably could have bought. Like, I remember a javelin you wanted once.
Out of character. I just wanted to buy stuff for the party.
Right. So
I wasn't buying for myself.
Absolutely. Alright, so, yeah. We'll, like... Basically, I need to get you back to Timor and get a feel for what you guys are going to be after. So I got an idea of what I need to do for Leo. I got an idea of what I need to do for, like, the overall project as far as a vault. You will definitely get jobs next week. I'm trying to wind down a little bit here because I think we're about ready to go ahead and end. But next week we'll be able to go into more jobs. I want to give you guys a little bit of time to yourself because people are like, oh, we're constantly doing stuff. You're finally able to get a relaxation now. So, live it up. Role play it out. Have fun with it. Otherwise, these chances might not come as often as you want. But,
Yeah, I can get prices for my room's personal effects when we cut, so.
Yeah, like, as far as personal effects, you might even pick up stuff on your adventures. And who knows?
No, I meant like, a shrine, a writing desk, that kind of a deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather you meet an NPC. So
we can hash that out after stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and kind of remember that too. Yeah. So, I kind of got an idea where everybody wants to go. Kinda. Some of you guys aren't given me anything to pull with. Oscar, is there anything special that you're looking towards within Timor Kingdom city limits? Anything?
I need to go visit the Arcanium there with just, scrolls and such. But that's
Alright, so I need to remember the Arcanium. Like, I'll get that figured out next week. Alright, so yeah, so you're going to be doing that visit. Yeah, so basically, just kind of think of events that you want to accomplish, because I'm going to probably give you guys 2 technical days of downtime. And then we'll finally have missives coming in. Because I think the guild master wants to give you your downtime because you've been gone for a while. But if you purposely want to go
Also
out earlier,
the training room.
Yeah.
Did we cover that? Is that some special order we have to do later too?
Yeah, that's a special order as well. So I'll definitely put that down in my notes to training room, vault, special effects. Zareth, was there anything special you were needing to look into?
Yes, I would like I would like to have some custom furniture made with hidden compartments so that I can hide stuff.
Alright, yeah. Well, we'll have I'll kind of... Yeah, right now I'm taking a road map, basically. And I will definitely iron these out whenever I get to next week. So, special effects for Borden, I got custom furnishing for Sarah, I got the vault, I got the training room, and I gotta remember what the Arcadium name is. And these are just small things that I'm gonna have fully ironed out next week, and then we'll get the quest boards rolling as soon as 2 days game time.
I don't have to necessarily know like very fast, but I would like to know why the house was vacant for 2 years.
Leo will probably special order some enchanted armor. It'll probably take a while, but he might look into that.
Alright, Leo wants to look into armor. Oh, by the way, we're back on the main party status. Be sure to draw up your objectives.
I'm going to invest in a bookcase and a desk and a chair. And for one, I'm going to be writing down all the jobs that we...
Bookcase, chair, desk for Oscar. Okay.
Borden, how much was the total price for today's furnishings?
Party fund is covering kitchen, dining, and receiving. And then the essential beds, everything above that is out of pocket.
How much
So
was the
Zareth
total
and Incendra.
cost of it today? I've some money. I'm gonna pitch in. How much was the total cost of the stuff today?
Yeah.
I would pay for my own bed.
You could just put the money into the party funds and then let him take care of it from there.
So we're doing 1620 for the total day right now.
I'll pitch in 800 golds for that.
Alrighty.
And yeah, you can like subtract it and then add whatever they put in there.
You got some wicked, like, background static noise there.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can fix it. Oh wait, I bet I know what it did. It changed my microphone. Hold on, let me fix it.
Oscar, can't you remove your notes from spells for your spell stuff?
We're just
No,
housekeeping the front page of the stream.
Just make a screenshot of it then. And then just map it out some other time.
I had something, but then I forgot it.
I'm glad I thought
New
of the
place.
teleport. I thought we were going to have to be on a boat for another couple days, but I'm glad I thought of that teleport.
Yeah, well, I can put the text of what I want to do in my biograph or something, just to keep the front stuff here. Okay.
About 2 levels faster than this one.